Coach's Corner, where we're not here to be cool, but we're here to be groundbreaking. My name is Coach Cooper, a.k.a. Coo Rilla. I'm excited to be here on today. I want to thank a few sponsors. I want to thank Blythwood, Cigar and Wine. I want to thank John and Teresa for allowing us to be here on today. We're going to have a good time. I'm excited to have some incredible coaches and trainers to talk about the land of training here in the Midlands area. So I have some incredible trainers here. I want to introduce to you all good friends of mine. First, I'd like them to introduce themselves and also tell them your program where you're at. Start Rice.
I'm Drae Rice. The program is HT Pro, stands for Hustle Team Pro. We are
That's about it.
We're here. We're all through Columbia, South Carolina.
Cool. Coach Rob.
Rob Rose, owner of RRW, which stands for Rob Rose Workout. Based out of Columbia, been in training for about 8 to 9 years now. So.
Okay, cool.
Coach Brian Sanders. I'm with Beast Mode Training LLC. I've been doing this here now since 2012 until now. I'm training all over the Columbia areas, Pinehurst. You can catch me on northeast side. I'm on all side of town. Any side of town you need me on, I'm there.
Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming too.
Yes, sir.
I know y'all got busy schedules, and we had a couple guys that couldn't make it today, but I'm gonna get them on a later podcast. So I wanna ask you real quick. I know growing up for me personally, watching sports, trainers was not popular. It was not popular at all. I know most of y'all probably did the playground, went outside. How did training become so popular over the last 5 to 8 years? Over the years, and why did that happen so drastically? It's for anybody.
Well, I honestly, I think that I think we're catching up with other states. Like I said, other states, I think they were exposed to that at an earlier age. Like I said, these guys do a tremendous job along with other people, and like I said, just to, it's needed, like especially with you see. South Carolina guys, involved with the NBA now, and like I said, with that explosion, everybody wants to be the next thing that's going to be playing pro. But it's really needed, man. They got to trust their games with someone else that's going to be honest with them.
Right. Gotcha. I got you. Good.
That's a great perspective for it. I didn't think of that one, but I think we lost a lot of the playing outside, going to the gym, just playing pickup.
Right.
We lost all of that, so we had to, I guess, get it back in a different way. And like you said, parents are they're open to investing more into their kids to be successful, and they understand it's going to cost time and money. So I think the influx of parents has a lot to do with that. And then, always you got to blame social media. So, that falls into it.
Always social media always has an influence on that.
So,
yeah.
That's where I see it coming in.
Okay.
My thing is, I look at it when I was growing up, man, from Jacksonville, Florida. I look at it, we didn't have the gyms, we didn't have the training, we had to do stuff on our own, man. I remember, man, growing up, man, I'm at the park on my own, so my own ankle weights on my arms, on my legs, that type of stuff. We didn't have all the resources that we have now. The kids are not like how we was when we grew up. We wasn't really too much entitled to the kids are entitled to right now.
Right.
So we had to really grind for our stuff. Yeah. You think about it when we was young, if we had the training and all the resources we had right now, so we didn't be in the NBA right now, man. right now.
Right.
So things had dramatically changed a whole lot. I just look at it as when we was growing up, man. We just didn't have all the resources that these kids have now. So I think it's a big change, man.
Gotcha.
It's a positive change, Right. So that's what I got on.
When you see kids that want to come to your training, what are some of the first things that you identify when you look at this young man or young girl when you're trying to train them? I know that certain people will go certain miles in order before you even get them in the gym. what do you do and what do you evaluate before you even get started? Coach Rice.
Well, first, their eagerness, wanting to be there. That's number one. You're doing it for a reason. You're doing it for whatever reason that a trainer is actually doing it for. I know everybody have the reasons, but you're doing it in order for you to get out of it what you want to get out of it. I know for me, it's gonna have to be their eagerness. That how much do they want to be involved? How much do they want to be there?
Right.
If they want to do this on their own, are they doing it because of their parents telling them to do it?
Right.
Those type things. Because I'm not just gonna take this because your father said that I need to know that you want to invest that time.
Right.
And that's when it's gonna be meaningful.
Can you tell automatically when you see one of your clients come in if they were there forced by their parent or they were okay?
Oh yeah, you can tell it. You can tell it.
Okay. Coach.
Pretty much the same thing. You can tell instantly, like he said, if mom and dad is forcing you to be here versus you wanting to be here. So how I kind of fizzle them out after that is I exchange phone numbers with the kid. I don't want to talk to parents unless they paying me. I want you to set up the workouts. That means hey mom, I want to work out this day. Hey dad, I want to work out this way.
Right.
Hey mom, when are we going back to work out and train? And if you're not doing that, then I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
And that
Why do you do that?
just because to me, time is more valuable than money.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to waste my time being in the gym with somebody that don't really want to be here. I could be home doing something else, or I could be working with somebody else. So,
right.
I think time is more valuable than $1 in that aspect.
Gotcha. Okay.
Man, to me, I can tell when a kid walk in the gym, man. I can just tell by their shoes. I can tell by the basketball that they have. Some kids coming up with the basketball the ones you went to film. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's the one with the green and blue, yellow.
North Carolina balls, the blue balls, the real balls. Right. When I see that, man, the first thing I be like, oh no. Put that down. Let's come and get this real basketball, man. And that's what it is. That's the difference, man. When we were growing up, man, it was any type of ball. But now these kids bringing in pretty balls and stuff, man.
Right.
And so that tells me right there what type of kid I'm working with. And like they say, man, some kids come in because their parents. I done heard parents say, hey, man, coach. I said I'm bringing them coach out of the beast mode. Coach, they know it's gonna be a tough one. But their parents grew up like how we grew up, and they know what it takes for their kid to get to the next level.
Right.
But then at the same time, I tell these parents, hey man, these kids gotta want to have fun and level themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm too much for them, they may have to go to Rob. If they ain't too much for them, they gotta go to him. So the great thing about this here, man, we got some great trainers here in Columbia, South Carolina. We got varieties where you can pick at, man, where you can choose.
Right.
Maybe they may not be ready for beast mode right now.
Right.
Maybe they have to hit Rob a little bit to come in. Maybe they have to hit McGowan to come. It's you gotta crawl before you walk.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what I love about these guys here, man. We bring something different to the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, they may have to hit me, or they may have to hit them first, or they may have to hit them. It's a process. Still.
Right.
You got to crawl before you walk,
Yes.
man.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he has an issue with a lot of trainers. I'm not going to share the name. I'm not going to put you on blast. But his issue was this. I want to share with you all. He said, only issue I have with trainers is I want to make sure whatever they're doing at training doesn't translate over to a basketball game. My question to you all is, when you're training, how diligent are you all in terms of making sure what you're doing going to translate to a basketball game? And how do you go about doing that? Because you're spending a lot of money and time on trainers. If it's not translating, then what are we doing?
Well, let me answer that wise in my mind right now. Honestly, most of the guys that I do train, I get some of their game film. I watch it.
Gotcha.
What's their pros and what's their cons?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So you do it with a lot of your clients?
Yeah. They don't know it. I may call some of their coaches up. I may call their AU coaches up. Man, give me a few tapes. Anybody can make a highlight tape. I want to see a real live game tape. I want to see from the first quarter to overtime, or overtime to the first quarter.
Right.
I want to see their pros and cons.
Right.
So now when they come to me, Those are things that we gonna work on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I want to work on more of your cons than your pros.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to see how you are you gonna get frustrated. That guy that's guarding you, all your good, talking noise to you, telling you what you don't want to hear.
Okay.
So you handle that.
Right.
And that's what I want to go to the team. I want to see what's your strengths and what's your weaknesses in the games.
Gotcha.
And that's what I want to relate when you come to me in training.
Okay.
So I'm on that, man.
Coach Rob?
For my younger clientele, I don't get that in depth because for me, I think when you're young, everybody needs a solid foundation of a basic skill set based on the fundamentals.
Right.
When they reach college, professionals, then I dive into the film because we gotta separate ourselves.
Right.
We gotta start making all conference teams. We gotta start getting to the tournament. You gotta start making it to the second, third contract. So that's when I take that deep dive into the film. But with the high school kids, I won't spend too much time. Well, high school and younger.
Right.
Won't spend too much time on the film, partly because if they're around here, I probably know them, probably seen it in person. And like I said, we just gonna build that general skill level to where you a solid basketball player, and then from there we'll start separating ourselves as you get older.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Same thing. Like I said, I honestly probably the majority right now. The majority of my clients are actually younger. I prefer younger kids.
Why is that?
Well, because number one, I believe because it aligns with what I believe in.
Gotcha.
I believe in us, as when I said us, I mean South Carolina, actually doing things to actually put us on the same scale with other states.
Right.
And what I mean by that is actually, why is it that college coaches know about kids from other states when they come into ninth grade?
Right.
With our kids, it seems like they start to know our kids once they become 10th grade, 11th grade. Like I say, in North Carolina, for instance, in North Carolina, they got a bunch of camps for middle school kids. They got a bunch of camps for middle school kids, and they attend them, and they've had trainers for a long time in North Carolina. I know there's more schools, more kids, and more everything, but that's why I do it. I actually do it to try to build that foundation at a younger age.
Gotcha.
I do. With that being said, I do have kids that are in high school, kids that are in college, and also some players that actually are playing professional as well.
Okay.
And like you say, this when you get up to that point when they're in high school, and they are in college and playing beyond, you ask them what type of system. I don't look at their film, but what I do is actually I actually do a questionnaire for them. I actually ask them, what type of offense do you play in? What do you play at in that offense? Where do you catch the ball at in that offense?
Right.
What?
That's good.
I just teach them things that they can do, one or two dribbles, to actually make them better in their offense.
That's a great point. 11th grade client, 11th grader come in. The clock is ticking.
Yep.
I mean, we ain't got much time because we're trying to get to the next level of school. So you're going to have to start narrowing down the time of what you spend with this kid.
Right.
The clock is ticking.
Right.
So again, if Irma was running a kid off the screen, that's all you're doing. It's time to start working on our pros versus the cons, because we know in the league, it's like 2 dribbles after that. Your rolls are minimized.
Yeah, you're a specialist in the league.
Yeah.
Specialist in the league. But, not only just, be coming off the screen. Okay, when you come off that screen, you catch the ball right there. These are your options. These are things that you can do to score the basketball and make yourself a threat. Just go over those things. But then, anytime that we're training, number one, the fundamentals. I don't care how old you are. We're gonna go over.
That's right. That's right.
Every single time. It's something fundamental drill.
Okay. Let me let's do a flashback real quick. Y'all been training for a little while now. Who is a client that you work with from the beginning, and you can smile back and say, you know what, I was a part of his or her life, and tell me how you think you've impacted him and so forth. Let's start with Rex.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with my kids. I'm gonna have to go with my kids.
Tell me about your kids and tell me their names and where they're at and what they're doing.
Tyler Rice, he's a junior at East Tennessee State right now. He's playing really good ball in the Southern Conference. Right now, my other son, Caden Rice, he's a wing player. He actually is playing professional ball right now. So, and those are some.
And what college did he go to for those who are watching?
Oh, he was he played 4 years, graduated from the Citadel.
Right.
Graduated from the Citadel. I think he's top 12 in scoring at the Citadel. Top 3 in 3-point shots made at the Citadel. Left there and he actually got his played grad ball at Georgetown.
Okay.
Single season holder and single season record holder and 3-pointers made in one season.
Right.
Beat Allen Iverson's record. And also most 3-pointers made in a game, made 10 in a game at Georgetown.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah, and I tell people all
That's
the time, the crazy part to that though is the game before that, which was a Sunday. He played on a Tuesday. The game before that on a Sunday, he came to South Carolina and went 0-4. I think he was like 0 for 15.
Wow.
And went back into the lab when they got back. By the time we got back home, we went to grab a bite to eat. We got back home. By the time we were walking into the door, he was texting me saying we made it back because they're on that charter thing. And from that day on, between that time and that Tuesday, he was basically in the gym. He was basically in the gym, made 1,000 threes in that time frame. Tuesday night comes, he goes 10 for 11 for 3 points on the 3-point line.
Wow.
So, I mean, trainer or not, you got to put the work in.
Put the work in, man. Can't deny the work, man.
Right.
Can't deny the work.
Right.
That's just it. Coach Rose, who was yours?
I got 2, man. Russell and Trey. Russell Jones and Trey Jackson, both at Western Carolina. I actually started working with Trey before Russell.
Okay.
He used to come to, we'll probably get into it later, but it was a company called Beast Total Athlete. And Trey used to come there like 5th, 6th, 7th grade. So I seen him way before I seen Russell. And then once I got Russell, man, I honestly was kind of experimenting. I can say I ain't know what I was doing. And he was my guinea pig. Right. And then once, everything started happening for him, that's when I took everything we did in that process and kind of used it as a blueprint for small guards now, but just everybody, because you need that type of mentality that he got, no matter what size you are. So, now them boys is preseason all conference.
I saw that. Congrats, you guys. Congrats, man.
Both they position themselves to make some money, playing professionally. So, man, it's just been crazy with them too.
Yeah, that's big time, man. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't go. I got about 2 or 3, but I'm going to narrow down about 2. My first one is Matthew Howard, man.
Matthew Howard.
That was cold. He was the one that put beast mode on the map, man.
Wow.
AC4, I had that kid since he was at Creighton Middle School.
Really?
And
shout out to Craig.
Yeah, man. Craig Howard, that's my guy. But that guy, that young great one, man, he was incredible in the classroom,
smart,
and on the court. And when he signed with Penn State, with University of Penn, and when he called me, he said, Coach, I thought I lost you, but when I got on campus and got in the gym, I seen the coach just like you, on my behind, man, on me, ride me, in the mornings, in the afternoon, at night, and that made me feel good, man. That made me feel like I gave this young man a gift to take with him, man, and he took it, he used it in the classroom, on the court, in the community service, all that, man. That cat, man, that young man, and to this day, he still calls me, man. I mean, twice a week, man.
Wow.
Checking up on me, seeing how I'm doing.
I hear he's doing very well.
Man, doing very well.
Yeah,
right now,
very well.
He's in Dallas right now. Man. He does the clothing, like the gear with the weights in it. So when you like what I got on right now, you got the weights in it, like and you was walking and getting in shape, man. You don't even know it, man.
Wow.
And you in shape, man. The price is high, but it's worth it.
Gotcha.
So he's my number one, and my other one is Karan Cook with the R&E. Played at Benedict with Watson.
Yeah, I coached his son.
Okay, yeah.
Khalil Cook.
Yeah,
Khalil with Carolina with us.
Yeah, man. That guy, man, I remember the day, man, was him and Cigar Stormwell was working out with me at AC Florida High School, man. I'll never forget it, man. And they came to me and said, Coach, give me your nastiest workout you got in the lab. And I gave them some of the toughest workouts, man. And those guys took that and went with it, man. And Cigar's one of the ones I never seen a guy. He's probably one of my best players, man. Came out of South Carolina since I've been here. That's just my opinion, man. I'm just talking. And when I seen that guy his senior year, man, take USC to the Mars, man, that was huge. What he did, man. Yeah. I'm talking about every night. Right. Every night.
Right.
And that made me feel like, man, hey, I give that guy a call today, Cigar. He like, Coach, now I know, man, you had us jumping over hurdles, shooting jump shots and doing all that. I didn't understand at that time, but when I got in the league, he said, I seen some of the stuff that you was trying to do with us then, man. Right. And that made me feel good, man. Yeah. Man, it's a beautiful feeling, man. Him and Shawan Cook.
I'll tell you what, crazy part about Howard, when we was on Tyler's recruiting visit, we was in Coach when he said, you know, first thing he told us when we got there, y'all know Howard? Y'all know Howard? You know, but yeah, he really loved him, man. He's a good kid and also a hard worker.
Hard worker, man. I remember one time, man, I cut you off, his dad called me. He said, man, Coach, man, what you doing to my son, man? Man, he upstairs, man, 11 o'clock, 11:30, dribbling that goddamn ball upstairs, man, driving me crazy, man. Man, call that man, tell that man to put that ball down. I said, hey, man, hey. It's an investment. Hey, that's what you asked for. Right. He said, hey, man, so he gonna give it to you. So those are great memories that I have, man, with those guys.
Man, salute to all you guys with the fruit of your labor. You can see it. I think the beauty of training and coaching is when you can wake up on Saturday morning or Sunday or even throughout the week and watch on TV. And that's more than money for me.
Right.
You know, just recently, this past week, we had Avante Parker. He played his first collegiate game, man. He had like 26, 27, and 10. I was sitting like, and the thing about it is, you guys know, as trainers and coaches, we know the journey that these kids gone through. I'm sitting back and I'm having flashbacks on some of the talks we've had and all the things behind doors we've had, and I'm looking at them now, and that's what makes training and coaching worthwhile. And so those things are really rewarding. So,
but more, I can't forget this here now.
Yeah?
Cause they go talk. My boy James Murray Boyles. Can't forget
James Murray Boyles. Yeah.
And Paul Gamble. Those guys put that work in too, man. Okay. And those guys still playing overseas right now. James Murray Boyles right now, man. He led where he was at, man. He led the team in scoring. Right. Championship, if I'm not mistaken, man. Those guys still, right. And them guys still doing it, man.
Still playing, they doing well too, yeah.
And when they come home, they touchdown and they hit all of us, man. So I'm proud of those guys.
Those two are like two of my favorite pros.
Wow.
Just cause like you can tell they went to high school together.
Yep.
They pull up to the gym at the same time. It's always in the morning, so they got the rest of their day, or they can get a second or third workout in, but their approach to the game is just on a professional level. Right. And you can understand why they in the position they in to just keep getting paid and constantly have a job, because a lot of people don't get it. So those are my guys.
That brings me to my next point. You have the physical aspect of the game, but you also have the mental toughness. I teach psychology, the psychosocial part of it. And when you see one of your clients missing that piece, that dog that we call here in the streets, I mean, what do you do to add that piece in that young man? Or sometimes a kid is just typically a quiet kid, but we know that he has to have a little edge. So what do you do in your workout to add into it, or what do you say additionally to that?
Well, I mean, like I said, sometimes, like I said, I don't curse, but my clients or anything. But sometimes you got to make sure that if they're doing it okay and they're doing it fine, don't accept it. You know what I mean? Listen, man, you doing it right, but you ain't putting. you're not going all out. You got to go all out and do this. You got to go game speed.
Yeah, right.
You got to go game
So
speed.
you confront them.
That's right. You stop and say, listen, man, this drill, you doing the drill right. Thank you for modeling it. But listen, you got to go full speed.
Right.
You know, they're going through it. We tell them, listen, you got to make 5 of these. They go through, they make the first one, that don't count.
Right.
Going through and they make the second one, that don't count. You know, they go through on the third one and say, listen, man, you don't get it. You got to go full. I want 5 full speed.
Right.
Going full speed, going game speed. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes they got to leave their anger with you. Bottom line.
You know, I didn't know the importance of that until I started coaching at Drae, coaching with Dion, and I think we went to DC or Chicago. I don't know which one, but whatever we started. I noticed the difference in the prep schools and the different schools we play. Everyone's bigger, faster, and stronger. So I'm thinking to myself as a coach, we gotta go just as fast as these guys. Because when you go out nationally, the game is totally different. That's why we travel a lot, because we want the kids to see basketball on a whole different level. So to echo what you mentioned in terms of going full speed, players, go full speed. Unless you're getting taught something different, but you got to go full speed. Gain speed, man. So
I curse. By the way, I curse.
I've heard you a couple times.
I try not to be too bad, but you know, whatever it takes to get the point across. And I try to use former players and their journeys as a reference to, like, hey, if you want to be in this person's shoes, you got to do what this person did. Couple other ways you can get them in the gym with somebody at that level that they strive to get at. Try to bridge the gap so they can see it. Plenty of times I've invited moms and dads and the client to come watch me work out Russell or Trey or Marcellus or Cam, Dan Bailey, like pros or high-level guys, so they can see the speed that you gotta get to. So it's not just me saying you gotta go gain speed. You gotta, they get tired of hearing that too, and I get tired of repeating myself. So I need to put you in front of somebody that's actually doing it. And then sometimes in the workout, you gotta throw them in the fire if it's a one-on-one. Get their ass bust a couple times, and they will sink or swim at that point. And you'll know if they really want it or they just want the lifestyle. So those are pretty much the methods that I use.
That's good point. I love the whole bringing somebody in, because you can see the levels.
You can see it.
We do that. We do that a lot at Drae. We bring a lot of former guys in and let them see. This is the gap.
And then you do it with JB and them. You have little elementary kids in there, middle school kids. Let them see that. The game is getting younger.
He said, roll the ball out of time, guard.
Try.
Let's see feel like.
You know?
Throw them in the fire. So.
Okay.
My thing is, man, I asked you, man, who your favorite players? I want to know who your favorite players. Your favorite player, Damian Lillard, your favorite player, Kobe, your favorite player, LeBron. Well, let's go back and watch some of these sessions, watch some of their workouts, and see how much work they put in. Can you match this? Okay, you can match it. So what you giving me, I'm gonna show you. So what I do when I first started training, I took them back down to Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm from. Okay, took them to Bennett, took them to Edwards College. That's the start. Took them to Jacksonville University. Took them to North Florida. I let them see every aspect of the next level. EWC. If you want to play on that standards, here you go. You want to play on JU standards, here you go. I let them see every aspect of the college, of every platform that you can step on. They say, damn, this guy that fast at JU. Yeah, that guy that fast at E-Dog. See, now you think E-Dog is a minor school, but now you see guys the same fast and the same speed as you. But and they get it done. You know what I'm saying? They may not be better than that kid at Jacksonville University, but this is where they at right now. So I'm gonna show them every aspect. This is where you at right now. So we go see you here. This is where you at right here. So we go see you to JU. So
I know y'all get asked that a lot when y'all train kids, because I think a lot of trainers do help out with getting kids recruited, which with their tape and all that good stuff. And I think a lot of the tension sometimes is they may think they're D1, but you know deep down they're a D2 player.
Right.
How do you all have those conversations? What do those conversations look like?
Well, I'll say this. Like I said, with some kids that I actually train, you know, I tell them and I let them know straight up. This guy that's NAIA, or this guy that's JUCO, or this guy that's Division II, he's just as good as this guy Division I. So no matter where you go, you're gonna have to bust your behind, and you're gonna have to put that work in.
Right.
You know, like you said, you take somebody to, say you take somebody to Benedict, you take somebody to Benedict, and you see how hard those guys play.
Yeah.
Shoot, like you said, roll the ball out, play.
Guard that guy right there.
Guard that guy right there. You know, and, you know, you can't guard that guy. Then you take him, You take him to state. Roll the ball out. You say it ain't much of a difference. You can't guard him either.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't guard him either. Then you take him to USC somewhere. You like, man, coach, all of them good.
Right.
You got to play. You got to get better. You got to bring your hard hat every single day.
Right.
You know, like you say, I tell them all the time. I say a lot of the time, where you end up is where you end up. It's a lot of different factors that's involved in it. Number one, the grades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to play Division I basketball, you got to have Division I grades.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's the bottom line.
Yep.
I have a thing that I send to all of my I send it to a lot of people that I come in contact with, as far as like it tells you at each grade what percentage of the college coaches that can actually recruit you.
Wow.
You know, and like I say, it has, I can't remember exactly what it has on it, and I'm going to try to look it up before we leave.
Wow.
But it has, if you want to play, let's say, if you have A's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 95% of the colleges can recruit you.
Wow.
But fast forward, if you have C's, it's only like, I think it's only like 15% of the colleges.
Wow.
15% of Division I programs can even recruit you.
Wow.
So, and I got that from a Division I coach.
Right. So the conversation to be about all academics on the front end anyway.
Absolutely.
On the front end. So before we talk about levels and so forth, so let's talk about grades.
Yep. And also, what are you willing to give up? Because you're gonna have to sacrifice something. You know, I know the Blythwood. I said the Blythwood Ridgeview football game is Friday night. Are you going to go to that, or are you going to get a head start and get to go ahead and get to this visit at Alabama, or this visit at at Georgia Southern?
Right.
You know, are you going to get up there to that visit, or either get to that elite camp? You're going to have to give up something as well. What are you willing to give up?
Right.
To live out your dream.
And you can tell that if that kid want to sacrifice their time, if they really love the game,
Absolutely.
or not. We had Jalik Felton, and I didn't really understand what a high level players, how they live. And I'll give an example. Like, he would call me 11, 12 o'clock at night to open up the gym. I said, Jalik, I'm asleep. He said, Coach. And this was like all season long, and this was like, and for him, he had a discussion with me. He said, Coop, it's like a drug. I had to be in the gym. And so we had to find a way to accommodate that. There was times when he got in it, I was like, how you get in the gym?
Find a way.
You know, and so that was a sacrifice. That was just natural for him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Coach Rose?
For the college conversation, I try not to have many of them unless I'm asked.
Yes.
Just because they can go in so many directions, and it's a lot of families that are not as educated in it, to where they just think it's Division I is the end all be all. So I do my diligence in explaining that every level is tough.
It is.
Every level is, and it's tough to be a college basketball player more so than the competition level.
Wow.
Competition level is tough, but the schedule. Are you ready for weights in the morning, conditioning in the morning, 2 workouts a day, class, keeping up your grades, not taking a nap, having a meeting. It's a lot. And, our guys at Legacy going through it now to where, can we trust you to be a college athlete, let alone you have Division I goals,
Right.
And then is your work ethic matching it?
Right.
You know, if you come in, if your mom's still setting your workouts up, I don't want to hear nothing about you wanting to play Division I.
Right.
You know, they want you to play Division I, but if they still setting your stuff up, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. So, and then just going back to the last conversation, getting them in there with guys at those levels and seeing if they can compete and them seeing it for themselves, what they need to work on and what they need to do. It can go as deep as lining yourself up with the right program in the summer, lining yourself up with the right school, stats, non-conference schedule. It's a lot of stuff that goes into, you know, becoming a collegiate athlete, not just Division I. So, you know, just try to educate them as best you can.
Gotcha.
I tell them, man, what you put in is what you get. What you put in, you put 30 minutes in, you get 30 minutes. You put a year of work in, you gonna get a year of work in. I mean, it don't matter from Allen, Benedict, USC, always the same. You dribbling that ball, the speed, it may not be as fast as this, that, but at the same time, at the end of the day, what you put in is what you go get, man. And I'm a firm believer in that. I don't disgrace from JUCO, NIA, whatever, Division I, Division II. You know, I played JUCO, and that's why I'm so big on Bobby Huggins. So he was Cincinnati. I love a JUCO player. The dogs.
Yeah.
And you wonder, and you wonder, like, man, you like, man, why this boy should have been playing. Everybody's story, everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Single household. I was playing JUCO in Texas, man. I had guys 18, 19, 3 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They couldn't go to that certain college because they had to crawl for the walk because they had 3 kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had to find a way. You know what I'm saying? So for you to really understand this, man, you got to really play this thing, man. You got to be around it.
Right.
And that's why I say what I say, because I ain't just coaching this or training. I played this here. I played with some JUCO guys out in Tyler, Texas. There was some beasts, and I'm asking them, man, why y'all ain't at Texas Tech? Or, man, I got 3 kids, man. I'm trying to make it, man.
Right.
Or I'm just my mom and my dad, man.
Right.
And I'm just trying to make ends meet. And, you know, so everybody's circumstances, everybody's livelihood is different, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, it's a good point, because a lot of everybody's story is so different, and you talk about a lot of these players starting from young all the way up to high school in their story, and we get them at different levels. We just gotta figure it out. I wanna talk about one last thing, and I'm gonna shift gears. Is we're looking at the NBA now. It's a positionless game. We got guys 6'9", 6'10" dribbling the basketball right now, and which is great. I love it. I love watching the joke and all that stuff. So, as trainers, what's your approach on training the bigs versus the guards, and what's your conversation with these players when you talk about positions? I play the 2. I play the 1. I play the 3. You know, certain systems do have that, but what's your angle in terms of training these kids when you talk about positions?
But like I said, when I train the fundamentals of the game. Dribbling is part of that. You know, you got to be able to dribble the basketball. You got to be able to pass the basketball. You got to be able to shoot the basketball.
Right.
At the same time, like I say, guards. Like I say, guards. Like I say, you can put it in your bag to post another guard up. You know, if you're big, especially if you're bigger than that guard, taking down look, because they might be faster than you. But I teach it all. I mean, you know, you got to give them some pieces of everything, and show them how to post up, a dribble, drop, or up and under. Like I say, just getting it, drop stepping with it on the basket, turn around, jump shot, over the shoulder, right hook. You got to give them. You got to be able to put them in every position that they can possibly be.
Right. Right, because it's going to give them more time to be on the floor.
Absolutely.
The more positions you play,
that's all.
the more you stay on the floor.
That's all.
So the more people, I'm real big on you are who you can guard.
You are who you can guard.
And so if you can guard multiple positions, as long as you don't be on that floor. You guard one person, you short.
Yeah.
So what's your angle on, Coach?
Man, I'm old school, honestly. I like the positionless stuff, but at the same time, and it's just being on the coaching side. If I got a big, I don't need you wanting to be the small guys because we got enough. It's too many guards, so I need you to be you. I need you to be 6'8", 6'9", whatever you are. Now, if you got a good skill set of the inside stuff, the easy stuff, I have no problem working on stretching your game out. But if you can't give me that stuff, basic rebound, put back, maybe 1 or 2 back to basket moves, then we still got work to do before we, just venture out into guard land and wing land, because that's what everybody want to be, a wing.
Right.
But can you guard a wing?
Right. That's the first thing.
Can you stay in front of a guard? We might be in a better place if you can be a 4 or a 5, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for me, my message is wherever you're going to see the most minutes, you just need to be a basketball player.
Absolutely, yeah.
You want to be on the floor.
Right.
F the position, you want to be on the floor. So, especially, live period and stuff like that. We ain't got time to be trying to figure out, I'm a wing. No, I'm trying to get seen. So, do what you got to do.
That's a good point.
It's pretty much old school.
Stay in your strength zone, man.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is in the NBA, man, you think about the NBA now, it ain't no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no more. Everybody in the guards. You forget it. Draymond Green, he can guard center, he can guard a point guard. He can play every position, you think about it. So my thing is, when I train, man, kids come in and say, hey man, I'll play the 2. You might have put a 5 sometimes. You might have put it in the post sometimes. It depends on the matchup. Your guy may be 6'7", and the guy that's guarding you 6'3", you might have taken one down in the post every now and then. So when I train, man, I tell every kid, a post man, you will learn guard work. Guard work, you will learn the post work. You will learn post work.
Right.
I'm old school with my man Rob. So at the same time, you will learn every aspect of the game of basketball when you train with me.
Right.
Post and guard. You got some kids coming to me right now, man, they 6'6", 6'6" right now. Their whole life they've been playing, they just put him at the post because he's 6'6".
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or then now they go to college, you got 6'7", 6'8" point guards are really handling the ball.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I'm throwing them off. But at the same time, we've been working on guards, been working on post work, post man been working on guard work.
Right.
So you get every aspect of the game. You get every aspect of it.
Yeah,
so now when you hit that wall, man, hey, I can handle it. I'm just throwing this flow.
That's good because the game is all about mismatches. If you have it all,
man,
we're going to expose you. So we're going to take a short break here at Coach's Corner, and then we get back. We want to talk a little bit about the present, current NBA game, and a little bit about the college, and also the future of basketball to close out. All right, we're not here to be cool, but we're here to be groundbreaking. And we're back here at Coach's Corner. We're live here at Blythwood, Cigar and Wine, here at 158 Langsford Road, Blythwood, South Carolina. Big shouts out to my boy John Edwards, Teresa Edwards for allowing us to be here. And we're just having a great time just talking basketball training here with our youth, getting some insight on for the parents as well as the players, and how we can be better professionals, how we can be better parents and better coaches. I want to talk to our guests and ask them a few more questions before we move forward. Now if we look at the league right now, who is somebody you look at, that person has a great skill set that, I think that can go very far in the league, someone that you really admire. And tell me why you admire that player so much.
But there's just a lot of good guys out there, man. With the skill set that they actually have. I would say honestly, Paul George, man. Paul George. I know everybody wants to say Steph. Steph got some stuff, but like I said, just Paul George, man. Just he got a little bit of the package. Yes. Yeah, he got a 6'10". It's a size. Is he really 6'10"? If he's 6'9", he's 6'10". That's what I'm saying. But he can basically play every position offensively every position on the floor, man. Wow. And the reason why he can do that is because of the skill. Wow. And I'm just talking about somebody from overall. Gotcha. It's some guys that can dribble the ball.
I always got to say Paul George. Because his size, his handle is better than a lot of guards. To shoot the ball, athletic, he can defend, so he got the whole thing. Of course, I say Kyrie, his skill set is probably the highest of any player, let alone position. He can shoot. I see him shoot left hand floaters, right hand floaters, falling down, like spinning the ball. Like he do some crazy stuff. I don't think nobody got a skill set like him.
Right.
Then you got your basic guys, and I was watching the Knicks the other night, and like a guy like Quentin Grimes, he was just keeping him in the game because he was making shots.
Right.
Wide open, he made them and one. So like, that type of stuff in the training world will keep you with some money in your pocket.
Right.
So, it's a lot of guys like that though. So.
God, you see him in transition?
Yeah. That's right, man. Kind of stuff.
My guy, man, I'm a Draymond Green, man. I'm gonna tell you something fight because he can play every position, man. He's very energetic at all times. I'm a defensive guy. He can guard, post, he can guard a guard. He opens the floor for them. He sets screen. He do the small thing. He does things that sometimes don't go in the stat book sometimes, man.
Right.
Sometimes he carries on a little overboard sometimes, man, but I love it as a coach, If I was playing with him and I had a bad game or I'm going through a slump, he would be my motivator, man. He's that guy. He's the energizer bunny, man. The ball don't have to be in his hands, man. He does great things without the ball in his hands. Set screens, get you open, do the small things, man. And I love that, man.
Right.
I
Glue guy.
Yeah, man.
Glue guy.
It's some stuff you can't even teach that he does, man. Just natural, man. You gotta really love it to do some of the things that he does, man. So that's my guy.
I got two more. You got, and this because Shay just won me some money on prize for.
Who's that?
Shay. Yeah, okay, see?
Shay Alexander.
Yeah, he's slow, but you can't do nothing with it. The game is at his pace. And then Chris Paul, if you watch him on TV, like he's really the smallest person out there, and it shows physically. But like the game is at his pace too. He slows it down to where he can manipulate the defense. Always looking for somebody else's shot. He passed people open. So those are like the next level skills that kids don't see because it's not surface level like athleticism and stuff like that. So Chris Paul still hanging in the league now, getting old. He's still.
You think they got a chance?
I think they got
Draymond get back. Draymond get back.
Are they gonna start Draymond?
We got to. Take Chris out. Chris out, move him to the second unit.
Really?
And then let him, run with them.
I think Draymond's been there. He got the chemistry there. It makes sense.
Yeah, he got the right around that one.
I got you. Okay. Backwards a little bit. Going back to like the basketball's changing now. Now college players are getting paid now. NIL. And it's actually trickling down to high school as well. And I know certain places around the states are getting there. What's your thoughts on NIL stuff right now? Things aren't really regulated and the boundaries aren't quite there in certain areas, but what's your thoughts on that?
I love it, man. I absolutely love it, man. My kids don't call me. They'll call me for the money. Not only with that though, they have that cost of attendance now as well. Basically, cost of attendance depending upon what stage you're in. Your college gives kids money based on the attendance that it actually costs for them to go there. And that could be upwards to. I know there's one school that was recruiting Tyler. Their package was $22,000 for the whole year. That was cost of attendance and some other things that they put in there. But yeah, with NIL, man, I think it's a game break. I think it's an opportunity for kids. We try to teach my son. Make sure you build your brand right now. So once and capitalize on the NIL, but at the same time, once you leave there, make sure that still working for you. You still get paid for it.
Right.
So he's doing a great job of actually getting that set up and actually moving forward with it.
Good.
And actually get paid through it. So
Yeah.
and teaching them how to grow up. Teaching them about taxes, teaching them about everything. So.
Right. Okay, good.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm pretty sure, parents love it that the kids ain't getting in their pockets anymore. They can get it on their own. But yeah, it's a lesson in all of it. Responsibility. And a lot of kids that, I wasn't exposed to that stuff when I was that age as far as like managing money and stuff like that. So I'm glad that they can get it and learn it at a young age.
Sure.
And sometimes that ball does stop bouncing. So if you can market yourself and your brand and NIL can turn it into something else, then you got a solid future ahead of you. So I love it, man. I was tired of people getting in trouble for doing it.
Right.
Because we know what that's about. But now that it's legal, I love it, and I love the direction it's taking, in basketball.
And my godson's at Louisville plays football.
Yeah.
Tackle. You guys can tell. He got him a new vehicle. I see that thing, man. So I'm happy for him, man. He's doing well. Coach, Day thoughts?
I think it's a motivation, man, for these young breakers now, man. These the ones that's street ball players. These the ones that didn't want to go to college at one time or didn't want to play. Now it's an opportunity for them to make that change, man. To want to come and say, hey, man, I'm gonna leave all this alone. I'm gonna come out here and get this money the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of them, man, out there that ain't playing college ball, they ain't playing high school basketball, but got much talent as the one that's playing. So let's get some of them off, get them, because we guys play. The streets got a lot of these kids out here, man.
Yeah.
I think that NIL deal go bring some kids, man, and get them out here, man, and really get them out here, start playing basketball, man, and really see some great. There's more talent out here, man. And I think this NIL deal is a great resource for these great. I was in the hell when we was in school.
Right.
Shoot, man. Hey.
I'm glad that did happen when I was in school.
Man.
I ain't like you said, I ain't grew up knowing about money.
But at the same time, you gotta have the right people around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the right people around you.
Yeah.
My only downfall about it is right now is, man, my only downfall is when you make it so much more than your coaches, when you come to practice and you act like you know more than that coach. That's the only downfall, man, that I see that some college coaches are going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Nick Saban spoke on it. He was like, yeah, man, I like it, I enjoy it, but I can't have this young man come to my practice knowing that, okay, he know it all because he got this fat NIL. They're still teaching and learning to this game of process. So that's the only downfall. But other than that, it's more pros and cons in that NIL deal. So I'm with you.
I actually got two examples of how it's moving and how it's helping kids, man, with Caden when he was at Georgetown, right, Georgia sponsored school. So the shoes that they get, they only send about 22 of those shoes out. Jordan only sends about 22 of those shoes out for the team and everybody that's actually around the team. So an alum that's always interested in getting those shoes. He has a collection of shoes. Caden was the only one, but one of the only ones that had his size shoe. I'm not gonna tell you how much money he paid Caden for them shoes, and he still hounded him about another pair that he won't give up. Wow. It's in the thousands. Wow. I ain't talking about the ones, the twos, the threes. So I'm about to tell you what it is now. The fours, I'm telling you how much it was. He paid him a lot of money for those shoes.
Wow.
And then also with Tyler right now, they're actually in the process of setting up their jerseys, having their jerseys to sell online, and also having their jerseys to sell on campus as well.
Wow. Oh, that's good. How much portion they get of that?
They're setting it up right now.
Okay, cool.
They're setting it up right now, and I know it's a lot of kids. I know Tyler does. He actually has a firm that actually goes out and gives form as well. Okay. So,
That's good, man. That's good marketing, man.
Let us know when them jerseys going for.
I want to give me one. I never want to give me one.
So on Monday we start high school basketball. Let's go SC. We got a lot of exciting basketball here going on. And so, what players to watch in your perspective? I know y'all have your hands and dibs in different areas. Do you train different players? Give me one or two players to watch this year in terms of South Carolina basketball?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm curious to see Josh Smith.
That's my boy right there. That's my guy, man.
I'm curious to see him get
I remember you training him at Sonny's years ago. He came a long way, man.
Look, man,
Man, shout out, man. You doing your thing, man.
I thank you, but so he wants that. That's one of those things. He wanted to do that. You know what I mean? He wanted to do that. That's kind of the reason why not most of the time, but I have those Breakfast Club workouts, 6 o'clock workouts. When you come and see me at 6 a.m. in the morning before school, you want to do it. Right. It ain't got nothing to do with your parents. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, that's one in particular. I just cut that one out. One in particular. I want to be able to follow him this year.
And I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said with Josh, man. I went up to the school the other day, man, just to catch up with me, talk with Rosefield and talk with Staley and everything. Man, I walked through the gym, man. This guy went in the office, grabbed the shooting machine. I mean, by himself now, just left the weight room, grabbed the shooting machine, put it together. Cole, let me get the key to let the round down. I said, all right. Kid, man, 2 hours, man. Shoot that goddamn gun machine by himself, man, the whole time. And this repeatedly, man. I mean, I see it with my own eyes. You don't see too many kids doing that, man. They always gotta be somebody in the gym with them, moving them by himself, man, getting that work in. When he got done, man, the shirt looked like it was a towel you done threw in the pool and got out the towel and rinsed it all out, man. I mean, the guy just worked, man. He got his stuff. And his IQ was very high as well, too.
Yeah, good. What's wrong?
Now, I was gonna say Josh, but now I can't. So I need 2 more. But just to piggyback off Bill, man, he's one of the most mature kids for his age that I've seen. You know, he played AU with us, and like his maturity and leadership is what set him apart. He was a kid you need. Like, I don't know how he does it, but I can tell Josh to take a charge and he'll position his body, throw it in front of somebody.
You coach him for AAU, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, he got that type of IQ, you know, you just said it. So, but I can't take him, you already said him. So, Jordan Burgess, that's my little cousin. He at Spring Valley. I like it. Jordan came to play with us this summer.
Okay.
He works hard in his head. He works hard. And he's self-motivated. You know, mom and dad, they keep a foot in his behind, but at the end of the day, I talk to him when it's time to work out. I know he come every day in the summertime. And it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You can throw whatever you want at him, he gonna get it done. No complaints. And he kind of under the radar. So he's one. And then
shout out to Coach Cephas too. Did a good job.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Bunton and my boy Ron. Caleb Jenkins. Like, I love small guards, so I want to see my boy have a good year this year.
Okay.
He's one of the toughest small ones I done, been around. He can do it all, and he's tiny. But he's the biggest person out there.
What school is he at?
Yeah, Sunbury, Coach Brown.
Yeah,
Sunbury, Coach Brown.
Little small guard, played him during fall.
I love Caleb, so I want to see them two have a good year.
Okay.
Man, my guy, I think my number one guy is Corey. Corey, man. Corey is one of those guys comes in every morning for Staley, man. Morning sessions, afternoon sessions, weight room sessions. And you see why he grew up over the summer, man. That guy, man, he can play with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, man. I mean, Corey is that guy, man. Coach Hunter worked with him a lot. If it ain't Hunter, it's Coach Staley putting that work in with him, man. I done seen this guy mature, man. Wow. He works his behind out, man. And I'm also say Coach Staley's son, man. Okay. Tyler, man. Hey, man. That guy, that young man, his heart bigger than his whole body, man. Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When he doesn't do things right, he gets on himself so hard to the point where he in the gym that same day he wanna get it done. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they feel like, nah, man, he stays in that gym. He works his behind out, man. That kid, man, that's one of the biggest heart I done seen in a long time, bro. So over here, Tyler on this Come on, I'm gonna give the flowers right now, man. That guy works, man.
Gotcha.
He works.
Okay. Good stuff, man. Appreciate that. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching basketball all throughout South Carolina. Bojangles Bash, Chick-fil-A Classic, the MLK Classic coming up. We got a lot of teams traveling all over the country. So I'm looking forward to seeing good basketball. Okay. Speaking of basketball, one change. For those who don't know, there's going to be a basketball change. You know, after 5 fouls, you go into a double bonus. You get 2 shots. For those that haven't watched that, so it's going to be a little different. And so, you know, but it changes over every quarter. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like
changes every quarter.
like girls basketball.
Yeah. You get 2 shots. So free throw.
I'm done with
Get 1
that.
shot.
Every quarter.
No more one-on-one.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I mean,
A lot of upset going on. 1-2 point.
Got to guard.
you gotta make free throws.
Got to guard.
After that 4 foul, you back up to the zone zone.
You got to guard.
I want to give y'all an opportunity to shout out your brand, shout out your company a little bit before we wrap up. And again, before I close out, we definitely appreciate you guys for coming. And your work is not unnoticed. The reason why I chose people I choose because I see something bigger than myself, bigger than what's going on. So, and I love coaches and trainers and anybody that's doing something bigger than themselves. And so I appreciate you guys.
Sure, appreciate you.
Only time I say I have a little edge, I don't have an edge on me when I'm playing against you. But other than that, it's all love. It's all love, man. So even with that, man. So, but give you the opportunity to share again your brand, give a shout out to your brand, and a little bit about, you know, real quick. Cool. Times, whatever you want to do, it's your time.
Cool. Oh, going back to your last question as well. Like I said, I am looking forward to seeing LJ Drae.
Okay.
I am looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's a big year for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge year for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drae Rice, HT Pro 10 on Twitter and also on Instagram. Facebook, I'm Drae Rice. Like I said, just you can reach me there. Like I said, to get in the gym, anytime of the day, I'm available. So yeah, that's me. It don't matter if it's elementary kids all the way up. All right.
Yes, sir.
Alright, Rob Rose again. I'm Rob Rose on Facebook and on Twitter, and I'm RRW on Instagram. I'll be available for training this coming summer when I get back to Columbia. Shout out to my Carolina Pressure family, my New Legacy family, and that's it.
Beast Mode Training LLC. You can catch me throughout the weekends. You can reach me on Facebook. You can also reach me on Instagram at Beast Mode Training LLC. I want to give a big shout out to my guys that also been letting me use the gyms as well. You know, it's hard to get gyms now. It's hard to get that gym fitted right now, man. I tell you, man, these schools now getting so scrutiny on using the gyms now, man. So I want to give a big shout out to Pinehurst Gym, on my guy Rob over there. Letting me use the gym, man. Rob doing big things over there at Pinehurst, man. He just got the job at C.A. Johnson as well, so I want to give congratulations to him. Give him his flowers, man. And I also want to give a shout out to Coach Wilkes over there at Bethel Church and let me use the gym as well, man. Old school guy. I just met him about a week ago, man, but it feel like it's been a year now, man. Wow. Let me use his gym. And also Carter Newman as well, man, using the gym. So again, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Beast Mode Training LLC. I got the merchandise and merch. You can also get some merch. You can also get jewelry. You get everything with it.
Yeah, we got jewelry.
Yeah, I got the jewelry.
I ain't noticed that.
Beast Mode Training for the ladies and the man. I got the socks, everything, man. And it's a blessing, man. First of all, who really inspired me to do this here, man. And I ain't never told his name, but Marcellus, man, he's the one that really inspired me to do training, man. And just seeing the connection that he had with the kids, giving the kids gear after they work out,
Right.
just communicating, going to their schools, reaching out to their parents. He the one that really motivated me to do this here, man. So I want to give Marcellus some flowers as well, man.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
also I want to give these guys the opportunity, man, give them their flowers too, because these guys here sharpen me, man. Iron sharp as iron. And when I watch these guys, man, you gotta understand, each one of us brings something different to the table, man, but it's positive. At the end of the day, it's something good for these young gravers here in Columbia, South Carolina, man. So, and I also want to give you your flowers, man. You the first
appreciate you,
one,
man.
that put me on the podcast, man.
Thank you.
To put Beach Road Training LLC on the map, man. I had some other, I would tell you earlier, I had some other people telling me, podcast, I went to the podcast, but you kept your word and you were loyal, man. And I really appreciate
No problem,
that.
man.
My heart, man. Thank you again for giving me opportunity.
No problem.
Hold. So I'm glad he thanked the gym space people.
Yes.
That's big time.
Yes.
So I want to shout out Coach Jarvis at Drae, AJ Caldwell, Drae Dancer, Coach Pete, Coach Rod, the whole Drae family for giving me a home this summer. They let me come in anytime I wanted.
Big time.
Shout out to Boss too. But yeah, you can't do nothing without people like that that just give you gym space, because it's hard, man. It's been hard. When I first started, it was tough. Just maneuvering around that and getting the job done, it's tough. But I shout out to my Drae people.
Hey, another thing, since you said my man Harper, that's the next upcoming trainer right there. My man Harper.
We'll get Harper on.
That's the guy. That's my man. That's the guy, man. Harper, keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, young Graver. I'm proud of you.
Again, I thank you. I want to give a couple shout outs to two important people that they've been rocking with me since I've started. Orlando Stokes was like one of the first guys I met. Met him actually at 7. We met, and this guy working relentless. He has a lot going on. He teaches. He does all different types of stuff. I can't even keep up. I can't even get him on the phone sometimes. He's like the president, man. It's like, give me a secretary number. So Stokes, man, I want to tell him I love him publicly, man. Thank you for. He's the first person I told my vision to as well, and so he caught on to it, and as well. So the second person I want to share is Angelica Santiago. She's becoming a fierce videographer here in South Carolina, taking waves over, doing different things around Columbia. She will be at the preview. My boy Dion Buffet is doing a great jamboree on November 18th. Give you a shout out. Your flowers here. She will be there. She'll be at the media, and we're excited to have her. Angelica, thank you for coming. You could be anywhere in the world. I say that solely to you, but you chose to come here at Coach's Corner. Thank you for that. Again, thank you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for having me, big dog. And keep on doing what y'all doing, man. Keep on planting those seeds and keep on doing what you're doing. Real talk. Real talk. I know what it feels like. I train sometimes with kids and I know how it can get, but I know y'all do it for the right reasons. So this is it for y'all. Coach's Corner. We're not here to be cool, but we're here to be groundbreaking. So next time, we got 2 more months of the year is out. Looking forward to the holidays, but we got some great things coming up. Follow us on YouTube and Coach's Corner. We out. Peace.